What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol DKNG for Draftkings Inc. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First thing I need to make you aware of is that in the morning session tomorrow, so before the bell, we will be getting an earnings announcement out of Draftkings, so be aware that that's likely going to throw a wrench in whatever type of analysis we do during today's video, which is why I want to talk more about P for psychology today, as well as L just for some levels to be paying attention to. The first thing we should discuss is that, we had a sympathy move to the downside here based on what happened with Penn National Gaming's earnings. We did a video covering that as well today, so go check that out if you'd like. However, because the damage has already been done, because we're already expecting a miss on earnings based on Penn's earnings, that needs to raise the question at least, how much more damage can be done? If the earnings are just as bad as Penn's, is it already priced in? Will we just go sideways here? If the earnings are worse than Penn's, will we go lower? Or if the earnings are still bad but better than what Penn reported from a percentage standpoint, then maybe we actually go higher, right? So this is why we typically do not gamble on earnings, because good news can be bad news and bad news can also be good news. So all things considered, we don't know what should unfold tomorrow morning. However, based on what we just discussed, I would venture to bet that because the stock is already down, anticipating that this is going to be priced in, then maybe if the numbers are slightly better, there's a little bit of lift in the stock. That would be one scenario that I would at least pay attention to and acknowledge if it starts to unfold that way. The next thing we should at least be prepared with are a couple of levels, both up and down. The first obvious resistance comes here at $50.60. You might also, the more privy eye, might also recognize that prior support here will turn into resistance on the back test. That's at $47.80. What else are we seeing, right? After that to the upside, it's really all about this poor structure in here. Prices could easily move back up towards the neckline of this head and shoulders, right? Here's your shoulder one, head, shoulder two, neckline breaks down underneath, 58.79. I'm not saying that prices will get there tomorrow. I'm simply stating, again, from a level perspective, that's a number worth paying attention to. What are we seeing to the downside? Because of course we cannot ignore the fact that it could continue lower. Certainly just this zone down here, close to about, let's split the difference there and call it 42, noting that we have a cluster of wicks here, which provided a nice bounce for support. Same thing happened here, but a little bit early, which again is why we're splitting the difference and talking about 42. That would be the first downside level. If we go further, what is up next on the docket? Well, scrunching up the chart, this strikes me as the next important level at about 35. I would sort of cap it off there. If we look at what's traditionally normal inside of Draftkings, you can certainly notice that some of these large red days take us, let's go ahead and hover the cursor, just get the exact range, about $5, $5.50 here. This one over here is about $7.85. So all things considered, if the move is lower, this would strike me as the sort of extreme that could potentially unfold. The same holds true for the upside, right? If we open around here, maybe move a little bit lower than higher, it would strike me as reasonable that prices could get here and then maybe up into about $50.60. Again, this is more of a moonshot. I say that sort of sarcastically, but again, from a structural standpoint, that is an important number to be paying attention to. So hopefully this video was useful, especially the psychology part in the beginning in terms of comparing sympathy moves, how much damage has been done, how much more can be done, what might unwind the move, right? If earnings are slightly better than people anticipate. So that's what you should have on your mind if you decide to trade Draftkings tomorrow morning. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything new today, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.